Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 1 of Microsoft Excel course. And we're not going to waste a lot of time because we did the introduction, so we are going to jump right away and start our session. I think you can remember we went through this presentation, and where we left is that we're supposed to start by covering this example that we have here. Now, first of all, it's to know which version of MS Office that you can use, and in this case I'm using 2016, but you can use anything from 2007, that is a Microsoft Office 2007, all the way up to 2019. So you're capable of choosing any of those. You can apply in this course. So first of all, to open the program, the easiest way, I normally just click there and just either write Excel, and as you can see, because I had it opened before, so you can see I can access it easy from there. Sorry, I said 2016 and this is 2019. So the second thing, sometimes you can work with templates, but in our case I want to use a blank document. So you can click on new blank, then it will open like this. So this is because I had some documents which were open, but yeah. So now this is what we refer to as the MS Excel window, and I want to go through the window. The first thing is you can see it's book 1. That is the name of our document that we've opened. That is not a document but our workbook, Excel workbook, because Excel normally saves its content in form of a workbook. So first of all, I can start by saving, and I can say that I want to save it on the desktop, so I can create a folder and refer to it as MS Excel course, something like that. So sorry for the caps. Let me just say Excel course, like that. So that's where we are going to save our document, and we just need to click on File, Save As. And if you have any problem, the easiest way is to click on this PC. I'm using Windows 10, and I hope for the rest it can be easy. So my folder is on the desktop, so I just need to click on the desktop, and as you can see, this MS Excel course. So I just need to open the folder and refer to this one as lesson 1, something like that. So now I can save the document. Yeah, that is it. So now my workbook is saved, and as you can see on this bar, this bar we normally refer to it as a title bar, which shows the name of the document. Then the next one is the menu bar. It has got a number of commands, and we are going to go through some of these commands, like home, insert, page layout, things to do with formulas. You get to learn a lot from this. Then the next thing, as you can see, this is what we refer to as the ribbon, and the ribbon, it has got tools that you can use for that command. Like for example, when you click home, you can see it has got its own tools that you can use, and yeah, they are in form of graphical representation, which you normally refer to them as GUI or GUI. And then after that, there is this name box, which shows which square you've clicked here. I will talk much about that one, but that one we just refer to it as a name box. And next to it, we have got the formula bar. Whenever you want to enter a formula in Excel, sometimes it normally shows here, and it's good to kind of follow your formula from here, other than just how it is being displayed here. This one, it's far much easier and better than sometimes when you're following from this part. So yeah, that is formula bar. Then this is what we refer to as the worksheet. As you can see, this is worksheet 1. I can right click and rename the worksheet, like I can say this is lesson 1, like that. That's how you normally rename a worksheet. If you need to add another worksheet, you normally click there, and as you can see, it has added a new worksheet. And as I said, Excel normally saves document in form of a workbook. So a workbook, it contains a collection of worksheets, so you can have as many worksheets as you want. Now this worksheet is made up of columns and rows. So you can see that is a row, and this is now what we refer to as a column. So columns are given letters, like you can see, they normally go like that. Then we have got rows which are given numbers, like this one. You can see 1 2 3 all the way. Now and now where a row and a column meet, they form a square, which is, we refer to it as a cell. And a cell is named based on which row and which column just creates that cell. So like as you can see, if I click there, this is F7. So you can see on the name box that is F7. As I said, name box is normally used to represent that. Then in case maybe your sheet is too large, there is a horizontal scroll bar here, there is a vertical scroll bar here, which you can scroll up and down, and the other one is the taskbar, which you can see at the bottom here. So sometimes when you minimize like that, it goes down here. When you maximize, it fills the screen. Then there is this restore down, which you can either resize whichever way you want. If you want to drag, you can drag the window like that. You just need to hold the title part of it, and you can do that. To resize, you just place your cursor there. As you can see, the arrow has changed, so you can either make it small or big. And I think I have covered the part 1, which is just the window of MS Excel, how it looks like. So next thing is to jump into our question. As you can see, I just need to have a student name, like 5 units or subjects. Then the name of students, I can have like 10, and then we have got some, I fill some marks, dummy marks, and so forth. Where there are empty, maybe the student never did that exam, so in that case we just leave it as empty. So yeah, it's very important to have that. So I will just I'm not going to follow this how it looks like, but I will just fill my own data. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is to now follow the questions the way they are. So let's go back to Excel, and first of all, before I continue, you can increase the size of your column like that, and the size of your row like that, something like that. And also you can also just enter the measurements direct from somewhere. We normally specify, yeah, I think on the format you can specify row height, column width, things like those ones, can do them from there. Now let's not waste a lot of time and start. So first of all, it's a student name, and the next one is what? The next one is you can say there is maths, that is mathematics, English. Then we can say we have got another unit like Swahili. Then we have got another unit which is science. Then we can have another, my typing speed is too slow, social, it's called social studies slash religious education, something like that. We normally call it like that. So yeah, I think right now those ones are visible enough. Yeah, like that. So I can start with the student names. So there is Eric. So let me write them in like that, Eric. But it's good to write the student name in complete. It can be John, it can be Anne, it can be Mary. I'm just writing the short names. Mary. It can be Peter. Sorry. You can have Omar. We can have Mercy, we can have Jen, and also we can have Frida here, something like that. So yeah, that is it. Marks, I can fill some dummy marks. Mathematics is not that easy for everyone, so it's just like that. And sometimes before I proceed, I can do something called validation. Like I can validate the data for these cells, because it's very important. I said in one of my topics it's good to cover validation, data validation. This will enable me to fill marks. Like for example, if I enter 1 or 2 marks, it's not possible for a student to get 102. So in this case, I just need to have a figure that is reasonable. So you can just need to highlight your data like that, your cells like that, then data. Once you get to the data, there is this option for data validation. Where is it? Data validation. Where is it? The data validation here, like that. And I can say these ones are, well, they can be, it's okay to have, let me say, whole numbers between 0 and maximum is 100 that you can get, something like that. You cannot get 0 marks, so you can either get 1 and something like that. So in case also I forgot to have a validation what, there is a validation message that can notify me in case error message that can display marks can only be 1 to 100, something like that. So in case if I come here, like I fill 0, you can see it is giving me that error. So yeah, let me just fill these marks. There is a guy who here is okay. Mm-hmm. 45, 66. See? I think you can see the error. It's responding to all. Then I think up to that point we have, that is enough. It's enough data. We can work. Okay, sorry, I have not yet done for this one. And this one I can like click that way and paste some dummy data. This one I can say it's 45. This is 72. This is 8. This can be 55. This can be 36. 78, something like that. Can finish here by maybe saying this is a good guy, especially he performs very well, she performs very well, something like that. Just giving dummy data. Okay, now we have that. And sometimes it's good to keep on saving your document, because in case power goes off, sometimes it might not recover everything. So it's good to do that. Now we have entered the data, and I want to jump into the questions. And in these questions, you can see here, maybe I can copy this one and paste it somewhere. Like here, you can see something like that. What I need is just questions. So format, I would like to crop to reduce there's a lot of stuff which is unnecessary, like that, and raise the formulas to that point. So I just want to start the first question, which is to calculate the total. Also they need average per student, that is. So for the totals, we normally have formulas that we can use, like equals sum is the function that you can use, but sometimes also you can just say this one plus, like that, this one plus this one plus, just to mean that these formulas can still work. It doesn't mean like you cannot use addition, subtraction, division, and so forth. So yeah, like that, and you can see you can get your marks. But the easiest way I normally say is sum. You put into brackets and you select that data like that, then you close the bracket and you press enter. Then for this one we normally do something we call autofill. So for the autofill, you just drag like that and it's good to go. Now let's get to the next one, which is average. Average, you know, it equals to, I can say even this one, divide by 5 subjects that we have, and you can see it's 42 point something. I just wanted to show you how you can use division, but there is a function for that which is equals average, then into brackets, then you can select only all these ones like that, then you close the bracket and you press enter, and in this case now you just do the autofill like that and you are good to go. So that is average. According to the other question, you are supposed to use the function to calculate positions and grade for each and every student. Also there is another one where we normally calculate like maximum subject, like let me just insert them here. Like I can check the highest marks for that student. That is like let me highest marks for that student. I can also check the lowest marks for that student. And how do you check this one? Highest, you normally write is equals max, and you can put into brackets and you select the range is like that. You press enter. This one you can autofill, and you can see this guy only got 89 on theory. So the next one is minimum. You just write equals mini and into brackets, then you select this one. It's very easy to forget the equal sign, and that is most of the things that most people they normally do it. So the next one, it was now to calculate the position. Position, you can give position based on the total marks, but again you can also find position based on the average. I would like to use the average, so I can say position here, and on the position, I can just put the formula. We normally use a function called rank. Then what do you want to rank? I want to rank the average, comma, then I want to compare with all these ones, but you have to use a something we call dollar sign here. This will ensure that when you pick like H2, you compare first of all with H2, you pick again H2, you compare with H3, H2 you compare with H4, and so on and so on and so on. So this is difference because like you can see when it is B2 here, when you go to this one it gets to B3, but if you use a dollar sign, let me show you how it works. This one was H2, when you go to the other one it will remain to be H3, H4, H5, H6, H7, things like that, but these ones will never change. Like for example, you can see H2 remains H10, H3, H4, but these ones they still remain the same. So that is how we normally check the rank. So we are supposed to check the rank and grade. Now on the grade we have got also we will use average, and less than 40 is fail, 40 to 60 it's pass, 60 to 80 credit, and so forth. So I can say grade here. And on the grade, as I told you, the best way you can check the formula is through this one. So if
into brackets and select the average, then say that average is less than 40 comma quotation, then you specify its pass, then you close the quotation, comma again, you repeat again the same thing. If into brackets this one is less than or equals to 60 in this case, because 60 is going to be among that one. No, let's say it's less than 60. Less than 60, this is going to be quotation pass. Sorry, I forgot. It's for this one. It's supposed to be fail. Sorry for that. Fail, and this one is pass. Then you repeat again, comma, if into brackets again this one is less than 80, comma, then it's going to be credit, and then you close the quotation, comma again, repeat the last one, if into brackets this one, the same value, is less than or equals to 100, then comma quotation, this will be distinction, like that. Then the last thing that you do is to count the number of brackets that you've opened. Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just need to close with 4 brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you press enter, and your formula shows up like that. So that one you can autofill like that, and you can see there is a guy who got distinction. I don't think whether there is a guy who failed. I don't know why. So this one, if I happen to change to say this got 10, you can see this one changes to fail, and now that one affects all the other formulas that we have. So it means it's going to be automated. So we have done average. We have done average. We have done position and grade. The next question, which is question number 3, use the function to compute total marks and mean per subject or per unit. So in that case, you just write it down here and write total for this subject. Again, we also compute the mean score. Mean score is the same as average, so you're not going to change anything. So for the total, as I said, just write equal sign sum into brackets, then you select the subject upwards like that, close the bracket, press enter, and guess how are you going to autofill? Not downwards. To autofill, you make sure you place your cursor on this dot that is on the bottom right on the corner, then it's going to change to that plus sign. Then now you can drag up to CER, that is studies and RE. Now yeah, something like that. Then we have got mean score, as I said, is equals, then you pick average, because mean and average is the same thing, average, then into brackets, then you select this one like that up to gen, then press enter, and I think I have an error. The error is average here. It's supposed to be average, not average or whatever I've written. So you can see that one is like that, and again I have to fill like that. Let's jump into question number 4. It's use suitable function to find the number of students who got marks above 60 in each subject. So I can say marks above 60. I just want to count the student. Like for example, if I can count manually, you can see there is 78, 85, and 79. So those ones are the ones that are above, but I cannot count manually, assuming if I have 100 students or something like that. So in this case, the formula that you can use is equals, then you count. And what are you going to count? You normally use count if into brackets. This one up to gen, comma, quotation is greater than 60, like that. Then you close the quotation and you close the bracket and you press enter. and automatically it just counted the number of subjects that the number of students who got 60 and above. We are just like assuming the 60 is the pass mark. So we have got 3 there, 3 here, 4, 2, and this one. So science, they have failed a lot, something like that. So we have done that one. Total marks, was it total marks? Users function to compute total marks and mean score. That one I've done. Use suitable function to find the number of students who got marks above 60 in each subject. We have done that. We have number 5, where we are going to create a pie. And sometimes we can be asked, maybe I want to add another one, like for example, you might be told to insert a column before this one. So I insert there, and on this column you are told to calculate missed exams for the student. You find like each student missed how many exams. So in this case, this one you normally say equals count blank, and you open the brackets, then you select the subject which they were supposed to take, those 5, and you can see this guy missed one subject, and there are guys who did all and others who missed like 2. So if you happen to change like here and say like this one code 78, you realize it is going to affect all the way up to that level. So yeah, that is it. Now we are on number 6, number 5, which is on the pie chart. So pie chart of what versus what? Of subject against mean score. But first of all, you might be asked to create a chart of maybe like student and mathematics. You just need to select like that. That is from Eric to Jen, and you select the unit, and you can insert a graph like that. You click on insert and you pick the type of graph that you want, and definitely it's going to display like that. So that's how you do it. But now the kind of a graph that we need, it's a group that is a subject like that against the mean score here. So what you just need is to hold control and highlight them like that. Then you click on insert again, pie chart, then you pick the pie chart of your choice, and as you can see, it's going to show something like this. And this pie chart, let me go back. This pie chart, I can make it show have data like this one, and you can add what we refer to as title here. You can say it's subject against what? Against mean score, something like that. So I have the chart title, I have here, and you can see this one, and sometimes you can represent and show the names here, but they are on the whatever, which is good. And this chart, I can move it to another sheet. I like to do that. I can cut the chart, and once I cut, I can take it to sheet 2 and paste it here like that. So it looks like that. The next question, let me go back, and we have created a pie chart against then we have done the labeling of what was it, chart. Yes, we have done the labeling. Then we have got orient to 45 degrees, and you set to 2 decimal places. Like all the values here, you can put them into 2 decimal places. Let me not do to the numbers, like I can do to the rest. I can do to just this one. It's enough, it's okay. So for the decimal places, you normally use this feature, or sometimes you can also click that whatever, or even this one. It's going to take you to this area where you pick numbers, and numbers you can say decimal places are 2, Then alignment, it can go to this one. You can highlight those ones. Then in this case, for the alignment, you just need to make it 45 degrees. I click there direct and it's going to give me 45 degrees like that. Then I can add another, can insert another column at the top. Then I highlight all these cells and go back to this one, or I can use this direct, which means merge to combine them. Then I can put the title or as the way it looks here, Masomo Bora Academy. So I can write my Masomo Bora Academy, something like that. Don't know why I wrote them in small letters, but I can change the color to red, something like that. Increase the font to that one. Next, let's check. The next question is the copy data to sheet from sheet 1 to another data like sheet 2. And in case I've used my sheet 2, I want to use like sheet 3 to do that. So I copy this data. Let me copy this one. There is no need of copying the title. So you copy and you click on sheet 2, you click where it starts, right click, paste. Automatically it's going to represent like that. So what is the problem with this one? I think there is an error here, which is 11. I think 11 it's not supposed to be there, it's supposed to be 10. Like that. Not applicable to this. Why? Okay, I will know about that error. That is this is A2. Yeah, like that. So yeah, it's corrected. And as I told you, the errors, they normally mean like not applicable. I think you've seen some of the errors, how they look like if I make the font to be a little bit small like that, it can have, not for this one, but for the numbers. I think for the numbers is the one that affects a lot. Yeah, you can see it is giving me ash. So this ash error is when you are it's shown in case maybe your column, that is the space, is small to represent data. What were we supposed to do with that after copying the data? Then sort the data into ascending order as per position. So in case maybe you want to position your student, you can click on position like that. You click on filter. Then once you filter, it's going to have this stuff here. You click and, sorry, I'm just answering my own questions. I'm supposed to just click there, then sort from smallest to largest and expand to selection, and it's going to represent like that. Sorry, I had to do the autofill to this one so that it can respond to my formula very well. So smallest to largest, sort, and it's like that. You can see Peter is the number 1. Copy the data from sheet 2 to another sheet and filter only the student who got marks above 350. So let me just copy this one and to another sheet. You can add a new sheet like that, paste my data. I want to filter only the 350 marks. I think it's that way. That is for the total marks. So click there. Then to the marks. This one. Filter, it's here. Then filter, it normally gives you that gallery, which is here. Then you click numbers filter. And number filter, you just select greater than 350. You can be specific like 350 or maybe something else. You can use and or. Then automatically I can see it's only one student who got that. And I think for the marks we are done. So with that, now you have got the basic skills in MS Excel. And lastly, I can finish with like if I have got 4 8 something like that, and I need maybe to use addition, you can just click that one, this one, plus or even minus. I can autofill this one, and here I can use minus like that. So minus works, addition, this is minus a1 minus a3, is it a3? Yes, like that. So you can see it's 0. So you can use addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. This one you can use them. And the other part is the validation rule. I now think you can do something about it. Then if you don't need anyone to access your data the way it is, the best way is to save your data and apply a password for security purposes. So as usual, how we did save our document, I'm going to save it with the same name on the desktop, still on this folder. And in this case, you just need to select tools, general option, and you can put the password like 2021. Even the modifying password can be 2021. You re-enter the password for, again you re-enter for the password for that, and you are good to go. You can save your document. Yes. Now if I close, tomorrow I come again, try to open my document, you just open like that, then it is supposed to ask for a password. That, so you just enter your password, which is 2021, and you click OK. And now it needs a password for this one, so you can do the read only. So in case I need to make some changes, you can see cancel, sorry. In case maybe I can need to do some changes, you can see sorry, actually I want to make it have something supposed to be on the read only mode. I don't know why it has accepted, so don't save. So what you need is, in case you want to edit, it's supposed to ask you for those two passwords, for one for the read and write, yeah, something like that, and you click OK, and it should allow you to do whatever you are supposed to do. So I think we have quite covered a number of things as how it's supposed to be. Let me check the slides. So it was supposed to be what? That was welcome. Then we go to, yes, introduction, to talk about the window, application of MS Excel, that one we did last time, interface and how the data you can enter. I've shown you how you enter data. Formulas, we have used quite a number of functions. Formatting and editing, I'll show you how to put some colors, and something we call phrasing. We have done graphs. You've seen some errors. We have done data sorting and filtering. We have not done charts and pivot table. That will be our next lesson. And validation, we are going to advance it to the next level so that you can get to understand. But we have done quite the basic part of that one. So yeah, this was the use for Excel. We have seen what is a workbook, what is a worksheet, row, column, what is a cell, formula bar, name box, and formulas. Now you can use these simple formulas that we have here, except like sum, if, standard deviation, if statement you can use. Next time I will have another example for and, or something like that, and VLOOKUP. 2 more lessons to go so that you can be able to understand how it works. Now I wanted to talk about the formatting, in case maybe you might need to highlight this data and make this one to have its own fill color. Like for example, you can have a color like this one. You can have a color for a specific subject. You do it like that. You can have borders. You can change the font. You can do the protection part of it. Yeah, this kind of stuff you can do using this part. Changing the color of the text. All those things you can apply from here. So yeah, there is something else we call conditional formatting. Like for example, if I highlight this one, it will highlight cells rows like greater than specific values. Maybe we need to know like guys who got less than sorry, let me select a specific data like this one for the subject up to Jen, and I want it to highlight only values which are greater than 60. Format greater than 60, like that. So you can see it is putting some colors, at least for me to kind of check and know the good performance. So that is conditional formatting, and there is a lot you can do with this one. So lastly, I would like to do something like let me choose this one. Sometimes when you scroll, you can see everything is going upwards. So you can freeze the first row. So you just need to select. You're supposed to click on view, then freeze the pane or freeze the top row like that. If I scroll, you can see this still remains at the top like that. Yeah, so it is visible even if the data is too much. It exceeds like thousands of records. In that case, you can say it is visible. Which color is visible? I think this one is more visible. I can make it bold like that. So if you scroll like that, you can see that one is visible. So take your time and repeat the same example. Once you repeat the same example, you'll be good to go. But now here is the assignment that you're going to do. You assume we have got employees, and these employees, we have got something we call hours worked. I don't think, okay, worked. Let me write it in full. Then there is something we call hourly pay. Hourly pay. Remember, employees are not paid same amount per hour. Manager can be paid higher. Then there is overtime. Then we can have basic pay. Basic pay. Then we can have overtime pay also, and we can have what we refer to as deductions. That is NSSF. Here in Kenya, we normally pay NSSF, which is you can say 2,200. NHIF, which will be paying like let's say 4% of basic pay is what it will be deducted. We have got allowances. Assuming there is a lot of allowances that are combined, like transport allowance, house allowance, something like that, and you're given maybe 6,500. Everyone is given that amount. Then we can have another one, which is NSSF and NHIF allowances. So we can have also pay payee, I will just for now say it's 16%, though it is deducted in a different way, and there is a lesson where we are going to cover for that. So it is 16% of basic, no, it is supposed to be gross pay. Gross pay. And in that case, it means now I will have to add the gross pay here. Gross pay. And the gross pay, it is supposed to be what? I'm just giving the formulas. So in this case, this will be hours worked times, I think now you can understand, hourly pay. And this one will be overtime. Overtime is paid 180% of that is 180% of what you get on hourly pay. Then you are supposed to multiply it with your what? With your overtime hours. So I can just say OT. Next thing is we have got payee. After payee, we have got what we refer to as what? Allowance, gross pay, payee, deductions. So you compute the total deductions, what you deducted. And so in this case, it is going to be NSSF, NHIF, payee, those three. Then lastly, we have got the net pay. Then find the total here down, total for total hours worked, total hourly pay, total overtime, the total basic pay. Just find the total of all these things, and also the mean for all these ones. Then a graph of what? In this case, I need a column of employees versus what? Versus employees name versus net pay. Let me just use net pay, something like that. Then the rest is just try to freeze and all that. That is most important. So our lesson ends at that point. I hope you've learned a lot, and in case maybe you have any question, you can feel free to use the chat on our e-learning platform. You just write to us. It's going to get to receive that message directly. Again, there is the discussion area where you can post your question, and we'll be able to answer your question within less than 24 hours. So yeah, that's all about that. See you in the next lesson, but that will be your assignment, and we move forward. So thank you.